So in life and on your self-improvement journey, the single greatest asset that you'll have at your disposal isn't your physique, it's not how much you learn, it's not your habits, it's not the people around you, it's your mind, it's your own brain, and it's your own mindset. That's why it's so important that you learn to conquer your mind and that you learn to cultivate a good mindset, a positive mindset, a strong mindset that pushes you towards success instead of away from it. A lot of us in our day-to-day lives, it seems like our minds are working against us. Our minds are pushing us to do bad habits. Our minds don't seem to be working for us. But it doesn't have to be that way, and there are actually 4 things you can do to conquer your mind. And once you conquer your mind, once you build a positive, strong mindset, you'll be more productive, you'll be a happier person, you'll get to your goals faster, and you'll build a more positive self-image. All of that from just 4 things. So let's get into it. So if you don't know me, my name is Sasha, and I help young men with these videos about self-improvement. So the first step in building a strong mindset is positive thinking. Basically, your mind, when it seems like it's not on your side, is always producing bad thoughts. Like self-limiting beliefs come from bad thoughts, come from negative thoughts, but positive thoughts are the root to a good mindset. Because if you don't see yourself in a positive light, if you don't think positively about yourself, if you don't think good things like, oh, I love myself, I love being me, I love being able to hit workouts, I love being able to do a bunch of cool stuff, if you don't think good things about yourself, you can't expect yourself to do good things. Just today, I was getting my phone fixed, and while I was waiting, I was just like walking around the mall where the iPhone store was, or Apple store, and genuinely I was just like walking out and I was like, oh, like I like me, like I like being myself. It was not like some big epiphany thing, it wasn't some big like super ultra complicated revelation. It was just that, like, yeah, I like being myself. And can you say that about yourself? Do you like yourself? Because if you don't, you'll never achieve your goals. If you don't like yourself, how can you expect yourself to do hard things, to do the things necessary to get the things that you want? So how can we create more positive thinking? Well, basically there are 2 things you have to understand. There's manual thoughts, and then there's just like unconscious thoughts. And the secret to just thinking more positively as a whole is to just think more positive manual thoughts, because basically the more manual thoughts you implement into your brain, the more positive things your brain will spew back out, because basically your brain is like a cassette tape. So what it hears is what it'll feed back to you. So if you're constantly thinking negative self-talk, right, if you're constantly thinking and creating belittling, self-limiting beliefs, your brain is going to spit that stuff back at you, and of course you're not going to accomplish your goals. But if you manually implement thoughts into your brain, and when I mean a manual thought and when I mean implementation, is that you think, oh, I love myself, I am strong, like thoughts that you put into your brain and that you have to think in order for you to think those thoughts, those are manual thoughts. So saying that, like, oh, that is a chair, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to open my window. All of those are manual thoughts. And unconscious thoughts are just like thoughts that are like, oh, why the fuck did I do that? Oh, she's ugly. Oh, what the fuck is he doing? Right? It's just thoughts that like pop out at you, and usually those thoughts are negative. But by manually implementing, forcing positive thoughts into your brain, positive thoughts will become more common and negative thoughts will slowly disappear. So basically, do that. Just repeating good things about yourself on a day-to-day basis, as well as affirmations and visualizations. So affirmations and visualizations are similar to positive thinking, and like manual thought implementation is similar to affirmations, because it's the same process of repeating words in order to get a certain outcome, which is a positive mindset. But affirmations are mostly just like you sitting down, writing good things about yourself, or just saying good things about yourself over and over and over and over again. And this can seem weird. It can seem like, oh, aren't I going to become super arrogant and stuff? Aren't I going to become like super egotistical? Would you rather be more confident than what you normally are, or less confident than what you normally are? Right? Like, it's your choice. Would you rather be more positive or less positive, right? Like, just do affirmations, just do positive thinking along with visualizations, which is like seeing yourself as the person you want to be, seeing yourself as somebody who's positive, who's strong, who's kind, who's loving, and you'll become all of those things. It's only when you see yourself as the person who's worthy of achieving the things that you want that you'll actually get the things that you want. Because in order to achieve your goals, you right now can't achieve your goals. The person who can achieve your goals is the person you have to become in order for you to achieve that goal. Does that make sense? Like, in order for you to become a positive person with a strong mindset, you have to see yourself as a positive person with a strong mindset, and then you'll become that person and you'll have achieved a strong positive mindset. So that's step 1. Let's move on to the next step. So step 2 is journaling. And honestly, I haven't talked a lot about journaling on my channel, but journaling is basically just talking it out with yourself. I'm going to do some journaling after this. And journaling is basically just like writing stuff down in a journal, what you feel, why you did that bad habit, why you think you aren't doing as much as you possibly can, why you're having negative thoughts. And just when you get all of that negativity out of your head and put it on paper, it's a really good way to store thoughts that would have otherwise stayed in your brain onto pieces of paper. Because instead of keeping those bad thoughts, those thoughts that keep on like bugging you into your brain, you can just put them down on pieces of paper. It's just a good way to relieve yourself of bad thoughts. So basically, do some journaling every once in a while when you feel like you could talk it out with yourself. By the way, bro, I have a website below, which is like my newsletter, and it has a bunch of self-improvement resources on it. It has like books and gym equipment, so I'm sure you'll love all of that. But anyways, we're moving on to step 3 now, which is doing hard shit. In order for you to build a strong mindset, you need to do what David Goggins calls mental calluses. You need to mentally fortify yourself. You need to build your inner citadel. Because if you really want to be proud of yourself, if you really want to have a strong mindset, you actually need to become like somebody who does hard things. And doing hard things builds a strong mindset, because when you prove to yourself you can jump over a hurdle over and over and over and over again, then jumping over a hurdle just becomes proof you can jump over the next and the next and the next and the next. And when you do hard things, when you beat a challenge, when you hit that workout, when you read that book, when you record a video that you didn't want to record but you're doing it now, and you're going to record all of your other videos even though you don't want to, that builds strength and that builds confidence. Because we respect people who do hard things, because hard things are hard. We respect people who go through the grind, because we know that that's what it takes to become successful. And we respect people who put themselves through hard shit. And so when you put yourself through hard shit, you start respecting yourself. You start loving yourself more, because you start doing positive things for yourself. And when you do hard shit, you build confidence, because you're like, oh, I've hit 150,000 workouts, or I've hit 100 workouts, I've read 50 books, I've recorded over 100 YouTube videos, I've ran 500 miles, right? Like, when you build when you build proof that you are somebody who's strong, who's courageous, who does hard things, you undeniably start to build a better mindset. Because a super strong mindset, first of all, like, the foundation of a strong mindset is affirmations. And then you build evidence from those affirmations. So like, affirmations and evidence link up, because affirmations lead to you taking action, and those actions become evidence, become proof that you are who you say you are, and that leads to a strong mindset. Now this leads us to the 4th thing, which is meditation. I genuinely, honestly, probably talk about meditation in every single one of my videos, no matter what it's about, because meditation just hits every single self-improvement need you have. Like, whether you want to improve your mental health, get a girlfriend, build a better physique, in some way, meditation will help. And meditation will help you build a stronger mindset, because meditation builds mindfulness and gets rid of negative thinking, as well as destroys overthinking. When you have a weak mindset, you constantly overthink, right? You constantly think bad things about yourself, belittling things about yourself. And so on top of doing positive thinking, which is step 1, meditation helps you overcome negative thinking, because like, you become aware of the negative thought patterns that your brain creates, and you're able to stop them and be like, oh, this is the time that I implement a positive thing about myself. This is the moment that I think something good about myself. And meditation reduces overthinking, because meditation is the skill of putting all of your attention on one thing at a time. And when you're overthinking, you're going from one thought to the next to the next. Oh, what is she thinking about me? Is my outfit dirty? Have I brushed my teeth today? When you meditate, you only focus on one thought at a time. So you can't overthink, because you can't think 5 things at a time, which is overthinking. You're thinking too much, right? You're thinking too many thoughts. And meditation just helps you focus all of your energy, attention, focus on one thought at a time. So start doing meditation today. So you now have the 4 steps to build a stronger mindset. It is time for you to put these into action, time for you to do these. So I highly recommend that after watching this video, you go do some hard shit, or you go do some meditation, go do some journaling. And while you're doing all of that hard stuff, if you feel any resistance, is when you do step 1, is when you do positive thinking. Website below with all that good stuff. I hope this helped you, and I cannot wait to see the progress that you make. Love you, bro.